This is one of the largest planes in the world. The C-5A is primarily a cargo plane. Its hold is wide enough to carry tanks and tall enough to move buses. Above the cargo area, there's a small number of seats. Both the passenger area and the cargo bay are being pressed into service today. Dozens of Vietnamese orphans are being loaded onto the plane to be flown to safety. There are thousands of orphans to be flown out before the North Vietnamese take Saigon. Just the day before, American President Gerald Ford announced the start of this desperate mission of mercy, a remarkable effort called Operation Babylift. Captain Bud Traynor is in charge of Operation Babylift's first flight. Because of the last-minute nature of the flight, they're running behind schedule. The plane is already 5 hours late, and Captain Traynor wants to be in the air. He orders the cargo bay doors to be closed. 145 children have been crammed into the upper passenger section of the jet. There are 102 older children in the cargo area below. A number of adults from the American Embassy are also down here, keeping an eye on the orphans. Getting out of Vietnam starts by leaving the safety of the US base. The cargo plane is heading for Clark Air Force Base in the Philippines. It's a 2.5-hour flight. From there, the orphans will be sent to adoption agencies in North America and Australia. Cargo planes are easy targets. They're slow-moving and large. The possibility of an attack is very real. Then, shortly after takeoff, as the plane climbs through 23,000 feet, it's a classic decompression. Somewhere there's a massive hole in the plane's fuselage. The air inside the jet is rushing out. At 23,000 feet, there's barely enough oxygen to breathe. But on such an overcrowded flight, there aren't enough to go round. The ones that are available weren't designed to reach babies. With more than 300 people on board, Captain Bud Traynor's jet has lost its breathable air. Somehow, his massive aircraft has been badly damaged, and he's a long way from a safe place to land. The inaugural flight of Operation Babylift will not make it out of Vietnam. The next few minutes will determine if anyone even survives. Oxygen levels are dangerously low. Unlike the passenger compartment above, there are only a few portable masks for passengers in the cargo bay. Traynor's plane is diving to the ground, and he can't get it to pull up. And then Snedeker spots what could be an even more serious problem. The flight engineer also notices that the plane is losing its hydraulic fluid fast. If he can't pull the plane up soon, it'll plow straight into the ground. The plane has descended to 10,000 feet. There's now enough oxygen to breathe. Captain Traynor has coaxed his injured jet down to just over 4,000 feet. The plane is hurtling towards the ground at almost 500 kilometers per hour. 175 people survived the crash of the Air Force jet, but more than 150 have been killed. More than half of them were children.